Welcome to our exciting tutorial on building a real-time speech synthesis system using Java. If you've ever wanted to create an application that can talk back to its user, you're in the right place. In this tutorial, we'll cover the following aspects. 1. Understanding speech synthesis basics. 2. Setting up our Java environment. 3. Using the FreeTTS library for speech synthesis. 4. Building a simple user interface with Swing. 5. Integrating everything together to get our real-time synthesis system up and running. Let's dive in. First, let's start with the basics of speech synthesis. Speech synthesis, often referred to as text-to-speech, TTS, is the artificial production of human speech. Many applications utilize TTS for various purposes, including accessibility features, educational tools, and assistive technologies. There are various methods to achieve speech synthesis, from rule-based systems to deep learning approaches. In this tutorial, we'll use a library called FreeTTS, which is an open-source speech synthesis system written entirely in Java. Next, let's set up our development environment. Ensure you have Java Development Kit, JDK, installed on your system. You can download it from the Oracle website. We will also use an integrated development environment, IDE, like IntelliJ IDEA or Eclipse. Once your IDE is set up, we can include the FreeTTS libraries in our project. You'll need to download the FreeTTS jar file, which you can find on their official website or GitHub repository. Now that we have our environment set up and FreeTTS included, let's start coding. We will begin by creating a simple speech synthesizer class. This class will handle all the speech synthesis functionality. Create a new Java class named Speech Synthesizer. In this code, we import the necessary classes from the FreeTTS library. We create a constructor for our speech synthesizer class where we initialize the voice. The speak method takes a string input and uses the voice to produce speech. Next, let's create a graphical user interface, GUI, to allow users to input text and hear it spoken. We'll utilize Java Swing to build our user interface. Create a new class named Speech Synthesizer UI. In the Speech Synthesizer UI class, we create the GUI components, including a text area for input and a button to initiate speech. The button triggers the synthesis when clicked, pulling the text from the text area and passing it to the synthesizer's speak method. Now that we have our GUI set up and our speech synthesizer class ready, let's tie everything together. Our main method will create an instance of the UI, allowing us to interact with our speech synthesis application. This piece of code makes sure our UI runs on the event dispatch thread, which is crucial for Swing applications to function correctly. Now, let's run our application. You should see a window pop up with a text area and a speak button. Type some text in the area and click the button. You should hear the text spoken aloud. Now that we have a basic speech synthesis system, let's enhance it further. Currently, we can only use one voice, and it would be great to provide users with voice selection options. To do this, we first need to modify our speech synthesizer class to return available voices and allow the user to select one. We will create a method to get all available voices from the voice manager. This method retrieves the voices available from the voice manager and stores their names in a string array which we can use in our UI. Next, we will add a JCombo box to our speech synthesizer UI to allow the user to select a voice. Let's update the UI class to include this feature. We need to add the select voice method in our speech synthesizer class to switch the voice based on user selection. With this addition, the application will allow the user to select a voice from the dropdown. When you press the speak button, it will speak the text in the selected voice. Furthermore, we can enhance our application with additional features such as adjusting the speech rate and pitch. To set the speech rate, we need to modify the voice properties. Let's explore how to do that now. This setRate method will modify the speech rate according to the user input. Let's add a slider in our UI to control the rate of speech. In our new code, we added a JSlider to control the speech rate. We set ranges for the slider from 50 to 400, with an initial value of 200. Now, when you press the speak button, the speech rate set by the slider will take effect. Let's also include a feature to enable or disable punctuation in the speech output. To achieve this, we'll add a checkbox in our UI for this feature. The punctuation checkbox allows users to control whether punctuation is read aloud. We modify the speak button actions logic to configure the voice based on the checkbox status. Finally, let's clean up our code and ensure everything is neatly organized. It's a good practice to separate concerns in our code base, especially as projects grow. You might want to place your synthesizer logic into its own package or module. As we wrap up, we should test the final application. Run the program and experiment with different voices, speech rates, and punctuation settings. Make sure everything functions as intended. Congratulations on building your own real-time speech synthesis system. You've learned about setting up Java libraries, implementing a GUI, and enhancing your application with user-friendly features. If you enjoyed this tutorial, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more programming tutorials and projects. Feel free to leave your comments or questions below, and I'll be happy to assist you.